Who would you rather choose between Frenchman and Arsenal legend Thierry Henry or the Argentine Manchester City hero Sergio Aguero? If you can't make the choice, stick around for the discussion as we make a case for both of these phenomenal strikers. Welcome to On The Ball, my name is Gabriel and this is episode 1 of Who Would You Choose? The show where we put together two players held to high esteem in their positions in order to answer the question of who you would rather have in your team. The condition is that one of the players must be retired while the other is currently playing, and in today's episode we'll discuss Premier League legends Thierry Henry versus Kun Aguero. First we'll analyse their respective styles of play and what makes them so dangerous up front. Then we'll look at their trophy hauls, and finally we'll go into their individual stats and records. Now if it's the first time you're on the channel and you're interested in seeing more videos like this one, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next video is released. First we'll talk about the players' respective styles of play, starting with Henry. Thierry Henry has been played as a left winger early on in his career at Monaco and Juventus, which helped him with his style of play that destroyed defenders, particularly right backs and right-sided centre backs. Henry had phenomenal pace and acceleration, which he'd used to his advantage in exploiting spaces left by defenders trying to mark him. Upon my own analysis of his game, Henry would have two primary ways of beating defenders and getting into space. The first would be him dropping deep into the midfield area, forcing centre-backs and full-backs to push forward in an attempt to try and close him down. He'd then use his speed and acceleration to get behind these defenders, beating the offside trap and utilising the space he created for himself. The second way he'd beat defenders is by receiving the ball on the wing and drawing the full-backs towards him. He'd often win one-on-one situations which would force the right-sided centre-back to cover the full-back, and that would leave space in the middle for another player to exploit, which is the reason why Henry registered so many assists. Playing on the left wing also allowed him to have full view of all four defenders, making it easier for him to beat the offside trap, as I mentioned a little moment ago. He was a player gifted with high football IQ and mastered using space to his every advantage. But what truly made Henry feared by many is his brilliant technique and range of striking abilities. When one-on-one in front of goal with the goalkeeper, Henry rarely missed and would calmly slot it past him. But even in a situation where he wasn't one-on-one, Henry had targeted precision, allowing him to score from almost any position on the field, with his trademark seeing the ball placed inside the far right corner of the goal. Kun Aguero is a fast striker with great acceleration and quick feet, and he has a range of striking abilities which he can use with both feet. He's strong and agile, and this all helps him with his style of play. Upon analysis, Aguero can be considered a perfect striker who could play in almost any team due to the way he plays. He likes to run in between pockets left by defenders, most of the time between a centre-back and a full-back. This will leave space for the winger on either side to receive the ball and use his time and space accordingly, because the full-back is covering Aguero and there's space for the wing-back to move. It also allows for Aguero to use his quick speed and acceleration to get into a goal-scoring position before a defender can catch him. By playing in between the defenders, Aguero can lose the full-back because he has his back turned towards him, as he needs to concentrate on the player on the wing who's in his position. Aguero also has a tendency to run away from the person on the ball and makes a quick run into space while avoiding the fullback's line of vision. This confuses him, and Aguero takes full advantage of that situation almost every time. He also likes to drop into a false nine position to draw the defender away from him. This creates pockets of space which is exploited by his intelligent teammates such as Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva in quick fashion, as Aguero plays the ball quickly when in that position. But it also allows for him to exploit the space himself, as he has the speed and agility to do so. One of the reasons he's so feared is because he too has the ability to strike the ball from almost anywhere and is as capable outside the box as he is inside. A player with high intelligence and is an asset for many teams as well. This wraps up the analysis of Aguero, and now we come to the part where we compare the players' silverware. Thierry Henry's trophy haul is impressive, having won Ligue 1 with Monaco, trophies with Arsenal including the 2003-4 Premier League trophy where Arsenal went undefeated, 7 trophies in 3 seasons at Barcelona where he was part of Pep Guardiola's side dubbed the greatest team in history, and they won 6 of those 7 trophies in 2009, including that elusive UEFA Champions League that he was seeking, and he's won a Supporters' Shield with New York Red Bulls in the United States. In addition to that, he is also a FIFA World Cup winner with his country, with France having won it in 1998, and he's also finished second in the Ballon d'Or rankings in 2003 and second in the FIFA World Player of the Year awards in 2003 and in 2004. Aguero's trophy haul is nothing to dismiss, with trophies at Atletico Madrid, 13 trophies with Manchester City, including a Premier League trophy in his first season that he literally won in the final moments of the game against QPR, securing a 3-2 victory to have Manchester City win their first Premier League trophy in 44 years by goal difference against their City rivals. Additionally, he's a 2-time Under-20 World Cup winner with Argentina and an Olympic gold medalist. In terms of club football, Aguero is more accomplished, but Henry does have a Champions League medal to his name, which is something that still eludes Aguero, and his Europa League medal is just not the same. Nationally, there's no debating that Henry is more successful than the Argentine, having won a World Cup and also a European Championship in the year 2000 with France. Now for their goals and assists. Both of these strikers have similar goal records and have both played in the Premier League for a similar amount of time, so that's the league that we'll focus on when it comes to statistics. Thierry Henry made a total of 792 club appearances, scoring 360 club goals and registering 161 assists. He's capped 123 times by France, having scored 51 goals and assisting 30 times. His total appearance, goals and assists for club and country stands at 915 appearances, 411 goals and 191 assists. As of the recording of this video, Aguero has made a total of 658 club appearances, scoring 378 goals and registering 118 assists. Nationally, he's capped 97 times with 41 goals to his name and 16 assists. His total appearances, goals and assists for club and country then stands at 755 appearances, 419 goals and 134 assists. The Premier League is where it gets interesting though. Thierry Henry has made 258 appearances where Aguero has made 261. Henry scored 175 goals to Aguero's 180, and he made 74 assists to Aguero's 46. Aguero boasts a better goals per match ratio at 0.69 to Henry's 0.68, and has a better goals per minute ratio at 107.1 minutes to Henry's 121.74 minutes. Thierry Henry is 6th in the all-time Premier League goals rankings, where Aguero is now 4th, only 7 goals behind Andy Cole, who's in 3rd. Aguero also boasts the most Premier League hat-tricks with 12 compared to Henry's 8, and the most goals scored in one match by Aguero is 5 against Newcastle in October of 2015, and Henry has scored 4 against Leeds in April of 2004. Both players are tied for the most consecutive seasons to score at least 20 plus goals, and that's 5 seasons each. Aguero has won the most Player of the Month awards for any player in the Premier League at 7, where Henry has won it 4 times. But the Frenchman boasts more Player of the Season awards than Aguero with 2 to Aguero's none. Of course, we can still discuss the impact each player had on their teams in the years they've spent at their respective clubs. So who would you choose? Sergio Aguero or Thierry Henry? Let me know your thoughts below. Something else of interest, Pep Guardiola managed Thierry Henry during his time at Barcelona when they were dubbed the greatest team in history, but he was also the manager of Sergio Aguero when Manchester City broke all sorts of Premier League records. Anyway, we've reached the end of episode 1 and I appreciate you watching the video to the end. Like the video if you did, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and be sure to check out On The Ball on both Instagram and Facebook for more content. And always remember, we learn the game, play the game, teach the game, because we love the game. I'll catch you in the next episode. Adios.